Two people, same salary, same city, same exact starting point today. 6 months from now, one of them has zero debt, a full emergency fund, and money quietly compounding in the background without them lifting a finger. The other is sitting in the exact same spot, just 6 months more tired of hoping something changes. The difference isn't luck. It isn't a bigger paycheck landing out of nowhere. It's one system, followed in order for 6 months.
I've watched this play out enough times that I can basically predict which person someone's going to become by month 2. So let's make sure it's you who ends up on the right side of that gap. Here's Sam, 28, works as a dental hygienist, makes $54,000 a year, $2,500 a month in rent and bills, and a bank balance that somehow never moves, no matter how careful she thinks she's being.
She'd gone so long without opening her banking app that she'd forgotten her own password. Twice. Sound familiar? Good, because everything from here is exactly what she did, month by month, to flip that. Most people fail at money because they try to fix everything at once. Cut spending, kill debt, start investing, chase a raise, all in the same week. 10 days in, they're overwhelmed and they quit. This works the opposite way.
One focus per month. Each one builds directly on the last. By month 6, the money runs on autopilot, while everyone else is still refreshing their banking app, hoping the number looks different this time. Month 1, face the number you've been avoiding. Psychologists have a name for this, the Ostrich Effect. Avoiding information specifically because it'll stress you out. Ever delayed checking your account after a rough weekend? That's not laziness. That's your brain dodging bad news on purpose. But avoidance doesn't shrink the number. It just lets it grow quietly, in the dark, where you can't see it coming. Sam's month 1 was 4 numbers, nothing more. Real take-home pay, non-negotiable expenses, what was already going toward her future, and guilt-free spending, the stuff that makes life actually worth living. She found $430 a month vanishing into delivery apps she barely remembered ordering from. That sting is the point. You cannot fix a number you refuse to look at. Track everything for 30 days. No judgment, just data. Once you see it clearly, and only then, month 2 is where you actually use it. Month 2, build the buffer. Sam's essentials came to $2,500 a month. Her goal? Save $2,500. 1 full month saved, sitting untouched. It sounds brutal, and for a few weeks it is, because your brain treats saving like loss. Here's the reframe that got her through it. You're not depriving yourself. You're buying an exit door. She went all in for 30 days, canceled what she didn't use, cooked more than she ever had in her life, paused everything non-essential. And 3 weeks in, her car needed a $600 repair she didn't see coming. Without the buffer, that's a credit card at 20% interest and a setback that follows her for months. With it, she paid it, kept moving, barely flinched. That one moment is when she told me she finally understood what this was actually for. But there's a trap waiting in month 3 that quietly stalls almost everyone who gets this far. Month 3. Kill what's actually bleeding you. Most people try to save and pay off debt at the same time and end up going nowhere on either because they treat all debt like it's the same enemy. It isn't. A low-interest student loan is annoying, not urgent. A credit card sitting at 24% is actively working against every other move you make. Rank every debt, highest interest to lowest. Anything above 8% gets attacked first, aggressively, with everything spare. Sam had one card at 26% she'd been quietly avoiding for over a year. That one went first, alone, before anything else got a single extra dollar. Once that's dead, build your emergency fund. 3 months of expenses if your income's steady, 6 if it's unpredictable. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes, Sam included at first. Freezing your entire financial life until that fund is fully stacked. Don't. Build the first 3 months, then split your attention. Month 4 is where the real money building begins, and every month you delay it is growth you never get back. Month 4. Start investing before you feel ready. Most people think investing comes after years of saving, once they're some kind of expert.
That single belief costs the average person tens of thousands of dollars over a lifetime. The truth is almost insultingly simple. The sooner you start, the more time does the work instead of you. Step 1. If your employer matches retirement contributions, take every dollar of it. That's a 100% instant return before the market even moves. Sam had been leaving hers unclaimed for 2 years. Step 2. Open a tax-advantaged account, a Roth IRA in the US, an ISA in the UK.
Step 3. Put it in broad index funds, not individual stocks. The S&P 500 has averaged around 10.5% a year over the last 2 decades. That's history, not a prediction. Early on, maybe 70% goes to the emergency fund, 30% to investing, then 50-50. Once the fund's full, 100% goes straight to building wealth. You're never actually choosing between safety and growth. You're doing both, quietly, at the same time. The system's running now. Month 5 is what makes it run faster.
Month 5. Stop underpricing yourself. Every job should be giving you a skill or money. Ideally both. If it's giving you neither, that's your signal. 3 years in the same role with no real raise usually means exactly one thing. You're underpaid, whether anyone said it to your face or not. Sam asked. She came with market data, her results, a number. Her manager said no. 2 months later, she had an offer $11,000 higher at a company that actually wanted her.
Sometimes the no is the most useful answer you'll get all year. It just tells you where to look next. Here's the number that makes this real. A $5,000 raise is roughly $400 extra a month after tax. Invest that instead of quietly absorbing it into a nicer lifestyle, and in 10 years, you've added close to $50,000 to your net worth. From one conversation you almost talked yourself out of having. You've built the whole system now.
Month 6. Remove yourself from the equation. Decision fatigue is real. The more choices you make in a day, the worse your last few become. By evening, your brain defaults to whatever's easiest. Skip the gym, order in, ignore the budget. That was never a willpower problem. That's just biology running out of fuel. So the goal was never discipline. It's removing the need for it entirely. Automate every bill so nothing late ever touches your credit score again.
Automate savings and investing on payday, before you even see the money, before you can talk yourself out of it. Keep one separate account for daily spending. Whatever's left after the automation runs is yours to enjoy, guilt-free. When it's gone, it's gone. And that's fine, because everything that actually matters already moved without you. 6 months in, Sam checked her numbers with me one more time. 0 high-interest debt, a full emergency fund. Investments compounding in the background she hadn't touched in weeks, and a raise she almost didn't ask for. Same person, same city, same starting salary from 6 months earlier. Completely different life. That's the split sitting in front of you right now, today. 6 months from now, you could be exactly where you are. Same stress, same balance, same quiet dread every time the app loads. Or you could be Sam. The gap between those two futures was never luck. It was never about earning more money starting tomorrow. It was one system, followed in order without skipping the boring parts. Most people wildly overestimate what they can pull off in one desperate month, and just as wildly underestimate what 6 ordinary, unremarkable months can build when nothing gets skipped. It isn't exciting. It's checking a number, automating a transfer, saying no a few times when it's inconvenient. But 6 months of that quietly becomes years of breathing room. And that room is what actually buys you the thing that matters, the ability to walk away from anything, anyone, any job that stops serving you, Go build the 6 months. The version of you standing on the other side of it is going to be very glad you did.